Good morning, everyone. This is Emily from Grammy's Garden. I'm back inside my house. I'm no longer out just in the garden all the time. My garden's getting lots of good stuff put on top of it, so it'll be ready for the winter time and then the spring. The reason that I'm making this video today is I love pumpkin spice drinks. I like the cold brew, but I use what I have at home, which is always just my brewed coffee. And the one I'm using right now happens to be like a vanilla flavored coffee ground. So you all can use whatever you like. The vanilla flavor doesn't impact anything to do with the pumpkin spice. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's going to be a short little video. I'm going to show you how to do it. As I was making my own the other day, I thought, I think people might want to know how to do that. And it might save you some dollars too, which I know it does save me dollars. So let me get a spoon out of here that I didn't get. I want kind of a tall teaspoon. And as you see, I've got a canning jar and lid out. I use my canning jars for everything you can imagine with cooking. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is a cup of half and half. Now, I usually make a bigger amount than this. Like, I'll make this whole thing full, so I would do 2 cups. And then, this will be by your own taste what you prefer. The next thing I do is I add, this is pumpkin puree. You don't want pumpkin pie filling, you want just pumpkin puree. And I like mine pretty pumpkin-y. And I'm really looking forward to this because I ran out of it yesterday, but I wanted to do this video today. Okay, so I would say that was 2 tablespoons. Now I'm a do it and taste kind of cook. That's how I do anything I cook, really. So just know that you can alter this to your own taste. I do like the pumpkin to come through. And I'm gonna put in about half a teaspoon, a little less maybe, of vanilla. A little less, so I'm gonna pour that back in. And then if I feel like I want more vanilla, I'm gonna taste this with you guys, and if I need more, I'll get it. Here's my coffee. Now this is just lukewarm. If you have hot coffee, the better, if you're making a latte, of course. I'm gonna be making mine more like a cold brew sort of thing, even though most of you probably are aware that when you're doing cold brew, when they make cold brew, it sits in a mesh like a filter, and the coffee grounds sit in cold water overnight, is the way most people make it. Now this is the thing that you really are going to want to test to see how much you want. I'm using maple syrup, and I'm just going to I'm going to measure it for the sake of doing this video. I'll measure it and see how much. Because I like for it to taste like fairly sweet. So this is a 1/3 cup, and that was about half of that. But we're going to taste it and see if it turns out to be like a 1. Then the next ingredient is the pumpkin pie spice. Normally I don't measure again. I just, shake it in and decide. But I'm going to measure it, okay? So I can tell you all about how much. So I'm going for a teaspoon. We won't need nearly that much for this amount. And my little container doesn't want to really give me much out of this. So what I've been doing is actually just shaking it in the thing and testing it. So I'm saying this is about 1/4 of a teaspoon to start. So this is per cup. And I'm gonna do a taste test. Now here, if you have a really nice frother, or I've got an immersion blender over here that I thought I might use, but here's how I've really been doing it. Let me just show you what I've been doing, because this is so simple and so quick to do. I just shake it up real good. Now there's only me that drinks out of this, so I'm going to taste test it right out of it. I wouldn't do that if somebody else was going to be drinking it with me. I'm the only coffee drinker in my family. Oh, my granddaughter does like her coffee too, but she wouldn't be drinking this. Now, I'm going to show you this up close. Great. The only thing I want to do is I want to add a little bit more pumpkin pie spice. And I'm going to show it to you up close because I don't know. I've been on pink and that maybe wasn't the best color. It's a little chilly in here, so I've got my sweater on. So this is a pale pinkish orange color that it's turned out. And I got a feeling this is probably going to be about right. Oh, it's so good. I could drink this. I could just drink this. Nobody wants to just drink half and half, right? If you want to use skim milk, I've done it with skim milk. If you want to do that, you're not going to get as much bubbling and frothing. And I'm going to come around. Okay, I want to show you up close. See that pretty color? I don't know if it'd do any good to show you. The top of my jar says pickles, June 24 of 23. So they're long gone. So can you see it there? It is so delicious. I can't wait to go sit down and enjoy this. This will be my second cup of coffee today. The first one would had to be a plain old cup of coffee. So I'm going to put it into my lukewarm. Now this is where you could add ice cubes if you wanted to. I'm not going to use too much because I don't want to drink all that half and half that I added. That's to each his own. Nothing wrong with it. I just don't want it. Okay, so I'll start up. And folks, that's it. That's how you just make your own pumpkin spice drink and try it. I mean, I just thought, try this and see what you think. Now I've read that, you know, that company that's got the green logo. My favorite drink from there, and I do drink from there. I do get drinks from there when I'm in a bigger town where they have them. And I love their Irish cream. I don't know if this is true or not, but I read on the internet when I was researching making that, trying to do a knockoff, that they've discontinued that. I hope that's not true. It's good. I want more of this. As I said, I could just drink this. I admit to my stuff. Not all of it, but I admit to some of it. So there you have it. Try it, just these 4 ingredients. And if you don't want to go out and just buy maple syrup for that, you can figure out a way. I used evaporated milk this week because I didn't want to use my half and half. The evaporated milk was delicious in this, just delicious. Wouldn't it be good with condensed milk? Because you'd have your sweetener and the milk, and then I'd probably then put 2% milk in it. But just think of the different ways and play around with it. So that's it. I'm going to have coffee now. Y'all have a great day. Bye.